4 minutes करके.
Hello. Hello, Mayura.
Hello. Hi, hello. I'm here.
Yes. So we are waiting for a few people to join. Few more people to join. By the
Sure,
time
sure.
they join, can you introduce yourself to me?
Oh, yes, I'm Mayura from Driga Interactive. So I already met Hiram before when he was in Pune.
Okay.
So Reshma introduced me to him. So she's from COEP. So
Oh,
that's how they know each other.
okay.
So we are also working in education. So we are working with an organization called Quest. So we are building few products in education.
Okay.
So like that's how I follow you and Hiram, and I just saw your post today. So
Okay,
just
great.
thought to be a part of this.
Nice, nice. Nice. Because this work, I believe, has to be done by a network and it is not any individual's work or any single
Yeah,
company work.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
there has to be a strong network of people of the same mindset to take this work
Yes.
further.
So
So,
even like once we decided to present a sandbox at your conference, paper
mm,
presentation or something was there in around Diwali festival, but
mm.
that time we were not having a sufficient data, so we just thought like let's not go ahead without data. So we have shown few videos to Hiram.
Okay, great, great. Okay, we never
So
had time to discuss about this, maybe because
okay,
he's always on the run. So,
yes. So
so
you stay in Pune, or you're also from Finland, or you're staying in Finland?
yeah, 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 yeah. We all are in Finland, yes.
Okay,
So, I'm doing my research here in University of Tampere about creativity.
okay. About?
Creativity. So
Okay,
my topic is actually creative thinking and school environment, and I'm doing the
okay,
comparative study of India and Finland. Mm.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and I have been working in the field of education since 2000.
Okay, so long.
Yeah,
Almost now 18 years.
yes, almost 18 years.
So with the organization that we are working, which is an NGO, I think they also have attended your event, Quest. They work on quality of education.
Yes, yes. Wester works on quality of education, and I used to work for Gram Mangal actually before.
Okay, Anutai. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. I know them.
Hmm.
सो निलेश सर त्यांच्याबद्दल नेहमी उल्लेख करतात.
हम्म. बरोबर बरोबर मी निलेश सरांना
या
ओळखते सांगू.
ओके, निलेश सर आमचे खूप चांगले फ्रेंड आहेत.
ते
ओके,
पण
सो
मला
कोण कोण जॉईन होत आहे?
काय
सो लाईक वी आर वेटिंग.
yeah, we are waiting
एनीवन
for
कन्फर्म?
couple of people who registered for this event. So I
ओके,
have sent them the same link that I sent to you. So just
ओके.
wait for those. Maybe for another 5 minutes we can wait so that
श्योर, श्योर.
we will have a real brainstorming. Otherwise, you and me can also brainstorm. That is not a problem.
Sure. Yeah, listening to your experiences would be really great.
Yeah, and
What is happening in Finland is also like I would be keen to know that how you guys are doing there.
I will start my video as well. So here I am.
Hi.
Hi.
So are you able to see me?
Your video is not on, I guess. Let us see.
Just a minute. Hi.
Yes. I, now I can see.
So yeah, you like meanwhile people are joining, so you can tell me about what are you doing and
Uh,
how is the education system in Finland? Like we couldn't interact much because that day Hiram has to leave for take a leave for Finland. So
mm,
it was a quick interaction.
okay. Yeah. So actually, Finland education system is, if you consider it as a system, it is very different from other countries. Because if
Okay.
you compare, let's say, school to school, then if you compare some very fine schools from India to schools in Finland,
Just,
you might not find it is very
just turn
different.
off. I'll just turn off the video
Yeah, sure, sure, no problem.
because your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you properly.
Okay, okay. Is it better now?
Yes, I think you need to repeat what you say,
No problem.
what you were saying. Okay.
Yeah, so I was saying that if you compare, let's say, some schools, like some very good schools from India to schools in Finland, then you might feel that there is no difference,
Okay.
considering the infrastructure or things like that. Even
Hmm.
you may find that some schools in India are bit better considering the infrastructure. Uh,
Okay.
but the beauty of Finnish system lies in the equality and the opportunities that everyone gets here, the equal opportunity that everyone gets here. So, in whatever school they go, in whichever city they live, they will receive a similar kind of quality in education. So, it is not that the rich students will get better education than the poor students.
Right.
So
And that is the scenario here
yes,
in
exactly.
India.
So and in most of the countries, I should tell you, in most of the countries,
Yes.
it is the case that if you are rich, you will have the access to better education. You will have access to better university. But in
Okay.
Finland, it is not the case. It is irrespective of your social background, your uh, economical background, your race, gender, whatever.
Hmm.
You get an opportunity to learn. You get an
Okay.
opportunity to educate yourself. And I guess that is the key feature of the Finnish
So
education.
is it because like the fees for the students is less, or it is just minimum, or it is null, maybe like
Yeah,
government is
the education is
providing.
totally free actually here. So there is no fees for the education. Whatever school
Okay.
you go, you don't need to pay any fees. And the 98% of the schools are public schools here.
Okay.
Yes. So
This is really big number.
yes, so 98% are public, and everybody's children go to a public school.
Public school. Okay.
Maybe a prime minister or a CEO of Nokia or any company, they go to the public school, no matter what.
Okay.
So, so that's why the quality of education is very good because the teachers are highly educated.
Hmm.
They are masters in education. They have to be masters in education if they want to be a class teacher.
Okay.
So the teacher education is of very high quality, and that reflects in their quality of education in general.
Yes.
So
And like our B.Ed and M.Ed programs might be like they must have a big difference between their master of education. So
yes,
the
yes.
teachers,
Actually,
the
here
teacher.
the Masters of Education program here is for 5 years,
Okay.
and to get selected in that, they need to give a entrance test plus
Okay.
some kind of group discussion if required and a personal interview.
Like we have here for MBAs.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah, yeah, they're giving equal importance for this as well.
Yeah, so here actually the country. Yeah, hi Kulud. So we
Hi,
have
Kulud.
Kulud from Saudi Arabia,
Okay.
and we can start our discussion if anybody else wants to join. Whenever they join, we will welcome them.
Sure.
So Kulud, we have one more person from India, Mayura. She's there,
Hi, Kulud.
and
Hi, Mayura. How are you?
Hi, Kulud. I'm good. How are you?
Fine, great.
yeah, Kulud, can you just introduce yourself, and Mayura, then you can also introduce yourself. Khulud.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm Khulud Al Fadli, originally from Yemen, living in Saudi Arabia for the all my life. I've been born here. I'm an educational working, running a preschool and
Hmm.
doing my master thesis in educational leadership. And I
Okay.
joined these beautiful people, the CCE, last year, April 2017. And I'm really happy to
Yes.
be with all of you today.
Okay.
Thank you, Khulud. Mayura, can you introduce yourself to Khulud?
Yes. So Kulud and Shireen, I'm Mayura from Pune. So me and my partner Mandar, we founded a company called Driya Interactive, which we are running since last 4 years, in which we are also working in the education domain. So that is the more like main product area we call, and we are working with the educational organization called Quest. They work on quality of education, so we are closely working with them. So that's why like I would like to be a part of this.
So, Mayura, can you tell me that are you developing any kind of edutech products?
Yes. So we are working on some tools which will empower teachers to explain few concepts which they are not able to explain through blackboard or through paper pen. So there are few things which has like some physical limitations.
Mhm.
Like on the globe, you cannot show the darkness and like you cannot show the night and day at the same time, or you cannot create that type of environment. So we are working on such concepts, and yeah, like someday I would love to present it
Sure, sure.
once we're ready with it.
Okay, okay.
So like since 3 years we are working on this, so now we will be like, I would love to keep you guys posted about that.
Sure, sure.
I would like to see a sample of what you're doing, for example, like the globe. So it's going to be hands-on learning
Okay, I
more
surely I would. Yeah, we can
later
test it.
on.
You just share your email ID. I would love to get back to you. So we
Great.
also have a product called Sandbox. If you have seen interactive Sandbox, so like you can play in sand and you can actually see if you break the mountain, the volcano will erupt, or you can hand hold your hand, which will act like a cloud, and the rain will fall towards towards the slope. So I will share the link. Like let this discussion go. I will share the link with you.
Okay, great.
Share me your email ID.
Yeah. So
Great.
for today, actually, our agenda is like whoever joins in, we will ask them to introduce themselves. But the main agenda for today is the appreciating creativity. So the let me introduce the topic to you in brief. So we know that creativity has to be nurtured, and everyone
Yes.
has the creativity in himself or herself. What we need to find, as example, for an example, if we are teachers, then we need to find the creative element in children. Actually, they themselves show what they have. So what we need to do is we need to encourage their creativity.
Hmm.
So what we have to do is that we need to give them some honest and immediate feedback, and we need to learn how we can appreciate their creativity. Uh,
Yeah.
Now, creativity is not limited only to teaching and learning. I will just request you all to put your microphones on mute when I'm speaking so that we will not get the echo. Uh, so, like when we talk about creativity, we need to understand that it is not only about the children, but it is also about our colleagues,
Good to see.
family. Kulud, you also need to put your microphone on mute.
It's better. 1 second, please. Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better.
yeah. Now put your microphone on mute.
Oh, okay. Mm, Mute.
Yes, mute.
Can you hear? Can you hear?
Yes, I can see. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So I was telling about this appreciation of creativity. So, we I was talking about the appreciating the children, and at the same time, when we wherever we are working, so we have our colleagues with us, we have our family in the background. So we should also learn to appreciate their creativity. So now today I would like to discuss with you both that what are your what is your thinking about this creativity, appreciating the creativity, what can be the effects of appreciating it, and even if we don't appreciate, what happens. So let's discuss together about this. So, Mayura, would you like to say something about it? And whenever you are talking, just open your camera, and I will put my microphone on mute now. Okay?
So actually, right now I don't have anything to say. Maybe I'll say something later on.
No, it is just like if I ask you this question, that what do you think about appreciating anybody or appreciating someone? What?
I think that is mandatory.
Hmm,
We must, because that's how they respond,
hmm,
and you can build a connection with them.
hmm,
So once you have a good bond, they will open up, they will express themselves, and it will help them to मराठीत आपण ज्याला अभिव्यक्ती स्वातंत्र्य म्हणतो.
hmm,
I
hmm.
don't know like what is the exact word for this.
Freedom of
So
expression.
freedom of expression, right?
Hmm,
So it will help them to grow that. So that's why it is mandatory to appreciate.
hmm,
And everyone has some or other element, so we must push it. So whatever you have, you can do the best. So running for the numbers is not a good way, I think. So everyone is better at something, so they are best in that, and we should appreciate this culture in schools. And India needs this remedy on a bigger scale, because here everybody is like just running for numbers, and you're just fighting for exams. But more than that, understanding the concept, so that understanding concepts and all will come when you will appreciate, they will talk to you. And when discussions will happen, so that will happen through the if you're just shouting on them for asking maybe a silly question, that might they might lose their self confidence. But you should provoke them to ask a question, so that like you appreciate that you asked. Okay, so they're expressing themselves is what I think. So that is mandatory,
great.
and we should do it in a best possible way.
Yes, yes. Nice. Ulud, what you would like to say on this?
Well, I really appreciate this topic where it's in my school. I really encourage creativity. For example, I always say to my teachers, encourage creativity by when a child, for example, says something or doing something that is out of the box, value them. When the kid feels that his creativity of things is valid, he's going to give more. For instance, I came to a classroom where a teacher was really upset of a boy was coloring the tree instead of green. He was coloring colors, pink, yellow, red, and she was saying the tree should be green. And I came and I said, let him fly with his imagination. It's okay if the tree was colors. This is where the teacher comes and block the creativity of the child. Let let the teacher give space and more space for him to encourage and to give more. So once the teacher comes and shut down the kid, no more creativity. But when she feels that you're you're valued of what you're doing. You're doing something really awesome. He's gonna give more and more and more. So creativity is a must, especially in the early learning section, where they have their imagination fly over the moon. They can touch the moon with their hand, or they can fly with a rocket. They can do anything with their imagination and creativity. So it's very important, especially in the early years, what I believe.
Mm. Do you think, Kulu, that if the teachers themselves have to be little bit creative and open to understand and appreciate the creativity of the children?
Of course, if these little ones, no one understood their feelings, or no one understood their imagination and creativity, who would? So it's a must for every educator, for every, not only teachers, for parents, for caregivers, for everyone that is involved, for on the child's progress life development, actually, in his life. So I feel it's crucial, element for the child's development.
Yes, I exactly like I support you, Khalid. What are you, Khulud, whatever you're saying. Here, I would love to actually share one example. One of my friend, who is a social activist, Varsha. So her son is like almost of my age only. So when he was in school, so one day like he came back from school and he was drawing something. So he had drawn animals, so students, and the students were in cage. So that was something that he has drawn. So it's a story of say 90s or 92. And when she asked him, what is this? So he said, this is school. This is a picture of school. So she said, why have you drawn like this picture? So he said, that's how they treat us. But she didn't scold him or anything. So in that week itself, she got a call from his school that your son is not doing well in studies and all. So they called the parents. So she asked what happened. So they have shown her his notebook, where they were asking to write an essay about a school. So that's the typical essay which is there in all say guides, like my school is have like my school is having my class, I love my class teacher and all. But he has written, I do not like my school. That's what he has written. And when they went, then they have shown that notebook to her. So she said, why have you written this? So that was the thing which got appreciated by mother. I think this should be the role of teacher as well. She asked him, why have you written like this, that I do not like my school? So he said, because I really do not like the school. But the teacher were arguing, like, even if you don't like, you should write something. So one line of essay is not an essay. So she politely convinced the teacher that if he doesn't like the school, how can he write anything about school? So if you appreciate his skill of expressing, then he might write on something else. If he's not liking school, he'll write on something else. So appreciating helps them to express, and of course, with expression and with the discussion only, uh, they can be nurtured well.
Yeah, very very good example. Yeah, Kulu, yeah, are you saying something?
Yeah, one more thing I would love to.
Nothing.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I said yes, encouraging.
Yeah, Mayura, you can continue. Yes.
Okay. So what happened? Like one of my friend who was staying here in India, who was a software engineer, and he shifted to Netherlands. So his daughter had like a routine. Whatever teacher is saying, they have to write down the answer because they were not vocal. So because they used to scold them if they ask like silly questions or some stupid queries. And when she went to Netherlands, so their education system is different. So they were giving the type of questions that you need to think, you need to write on your own. So she used to wait, like when the teacher will tell me what to write an answer. She used to wait. So they were struggling like almost for 1 year. They were struggling when they shifted from India to Netherlands. So this should not be the case. So here it is more like a dictatorship. So you say something, they will write something. You need to mark up that, then you need to present in a paper, and that's what you get a conversion into a number. But actual learning process get hampered if you do not appreciate them. So appreciation helps to learn.
Yeah, you are right. So that's what whenever we go for teacher training, and whenever we have any our programs or conferences, we always tell this that uh, the the person who is dealing with the child, or even when you are dealing with the adults, it's very important that you are open minded, and
Yeah.
and being grateful to other people, because they are adding value to your life. So for example, if a person is drawing something nice and showing it to you, so that he or she is making your moment beautiful. So you have to recognize that.
Yes.
You have to recognize the beauty, and you have to recognize uh, this efforts of the people, of the person who has created something. So that is called gratitude, and we can express the gratitude only by appreciating the creativity. Whatever has been created has to be appreciated. But I would like you to think about the other things as well. We have also seen some people who don't uh, think about their appreciation, if they are getting appreciated or not. They will still keep on doing better. If somebody goes and appreciate them, they don't value the appreciation much. So what do you think about such kind of creativity, or such kind of creators?
They will stop thinking. They're going to shut down. You know, when you shut down either a student or a staff you have, they will not give as much as when they give and you appreciate. Someone have to have this feeling of appreciation, so in order to give more. So you're not appreciating my work. Why should I give you? Why should I work? Why should I think? Or why should I do something extra? They always say, think out of the box. But once you don't appreciate that, they will just shut down,
uh,
damage them.
Yes.
yeah, but I'm talking about the other way around, that those people who don't want the appreciation, they don't need your appreciation.
Sorry, you mean they don't want an appreciation? And I'm doing something creative, I'm creating something, and I don't want the appreciation.
Yes, yes. Is it possible?
I
Maybe.
haven't met these
I
people.
don't think so.
Well, I think everyone needs an appreciation. A small tap at the back would be great. And
Yeah,
appreciation could be
actually,
physical, not only language. It could be it could be like get something awarded. It could be something you say. It could be a certificate. It could be something simple, even a tap at your back. Thank you for this. That's it. So I
uh,
believe every person needs an appreciation.
yeah, great, great. And now I'm just like, asking some questions to take the discussion further. So it's very interesting to see, when you talk about some great painters, for example, for example, Van Gogh. He never got his painting sold when he was alive. There was only like one person who bought his painting, because his brother told that person to buy it, so that Van Gogh should feel that at least somebody bought my work. So somebody bought his work, but still he created lot of paintings, even though he didn't receive any appreciation during his lifetime. Or some kind of classic movies. Those were not very like, they were not commercial hits, but the movies were appreciated much later than when the director passed away already, or something like that happened. So what do you think about such kind of people, or such kind of scenario?
I think they loved their work. They were passionate and they were enjoying the process more. So you should love what you're learning. You should love what you're doing. So that happiness is like appreciation is one thing, but even though someone is not appreciating, but I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, then I will keep doing.
Yes. What do you say about it?
Pardon?
I'm asking Khulud what about her opinion on this.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that these they do something. They don't need encouragement or appreciation from anyone else. They have it from within.
Mm,
If I feel good about what I'm doing, I can give more, I can do more, I can express and then be amazing. So they have something from within. They have motivation. They're not waiting for someone to say thank you or
Yeah.
those kind of people. They are really talented and they can really show maybe their work later on as this example what you said. After he died he started to be famous, so it's for the long run. Maybe it can show, not for the meantime you have the motivation within, and then it will show apparently later on.
mm, exactly.
Yes.
So what I think about this appreciation is that we as we were discussing already that we all need this kind of appreciation. It,
Yes.
uh, when we have these needs, when we study about needs in psychology, so we have these kind needs called need for approval and need for appreciation. So when we think about the children, they need both. They need the approval and they need also the appreciation. So once we start appreciating them, then they get it as we are approving their work, because we are
Hmm.
appreciating, we are also approving their work, and that matters a lot to them, to be a part of the society, to be a part of the classroom, to be a part of the group. Because often it has been seen that creative persons who are like very creative, they are the people who are not non-conforming with the rest of the group,
Hmm.
because they have their very a very different kind of thinking. So which is not maybe other people cannot think like them, so they do not understand what they want to say at that time. So it is more likely that they will get mm, uh, some kind of rejection, or their opinions might not be accepted at one go, but still they keep on going, they keep on doing their work, because of their motivation, because of their passion, and because they know that they are right. So that's why it happens. So if you think about, like, for a small child and appreciating their creativity, it is very important at that level to create a self positive image. Like, they need to have their positive self image. If their creativity is appreciated, they have it. So actually I have developed one CII model for this, that is
Okay.
creativity identity interaction. So it says that once you um, like kind of show your creativity or portray your creativity somehow, like for example, if you have painted something, or if you have made a sculpture, or if you have written a poem, whatever, and if uh, if you get some appreciation for that, then that part of yourself becomes a part of your positive self image. So it helps you in forming your identity as a creative person. And
Okay.
uh, then you feel more confident, then you try to experiment more, and then you create something else. And then that takes you to another level, next level of your identity and your positive self image. So that's how it is very much related to each other, the creativity and the identity. So if we want the children to be passionate, because we were just thinking about those people that they do not receive any kind of appreciation, and sometimes we do not, like, uh, just if we think about ourselves, it is possible that we have got the appreciation for some, at some occasion, but at some point, we whenever, even if we did something good, we still don't get any appreciation.
Right.
So then, how to keep us going is the passion, is a motivation. So now, can we think about how to, uh, you know, make our students or make the children understand that even though they do not get any appreciation, they should go on. So, what do you think about this? Any one of you can speak. I'm not going to tell who. It's your call.
I think what you said is really a nice point. We should appreciate them to say that even though you're not getting the appreciation, you should do what you're doing, because the process is more interesting rather than that. So appreciation is you did something and you get appreciated. So that is like a destination. You finished up something and somebody is appreciating you for that. But that journey has to be interesting. So you should enjoy that, because that appreciation is just a one moment, but the journey is like that duration is more. So that should be more enjoy. You should enjoy that process, is what I think.
Yeah, so actually, what I was making a point here is about self acceptance and self appreciation.
Yeah,
Self,
you should love yourself.
yes, that's very important. Whenever we create something, or whenever, whatever we are doing, if we are not pleased with ourselves, then nobody else is going to be pleased with us. And once we
Hey,
are pleased with ourselves, we don't need anybody else to be pleased with our creations. So
and
that,
once we start feeling confident, that then we keep doing positive things, and it like it happens. If you are confident, if you are being positive on your own, then it automatically happens. Whatever you do is good,
yes, yes.
because it's your own energy and you believe in yourself. So more than people, it is must that you should believe in yourself what you're doing, and you shouldn't always keep a self doubting that what are you. You should believe, even though like 100 people are against you, but if you believe that's good, then you should go ahead.
Yes. Would you like to say something on this? And I know you are saying something. You are going to say something.
Yeah, actually, I was writing the points. You mentioned a really good point. What I always say to myself, it's from within. If you have this feeling of acceptance, you could give more. You can act more, or you can show more. So the person should know his 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 needs, what he can reach to. As I said, it's a self acceptance. And if he appreciate himself first, then the others come next. They can appreciate them, even though if they didn't appreciate him back, it's fine for him as long as he appreciates himself. So he should put himself number one priority than the others.
Yeah. And I would like to give one example here from Finnish school. Actually, we had a teacher, we invited one teacher in one of our seminars to talk about his experience as a teacher in Finnish schools. So he was telling that what he did in his classroom is that he asked his he divided them in groups, the children in groups, and then he gave them some group work to be done within the classroom, and he gave them certain criteria that your work, when you finish your work, check if you have these many points, 1 2 3 4, uh, in your presentation or in your work, whatever you have done. So then he gave them, let's say, 1 hour to do the job. after 1 hour, the groups started coming to him to show their work, that teacher, we have done this, and now what do you say about it? So he said, I don't know. You check. I have given you the criteria. I have given you the instructions. Now you check whatever work you have done, is it according to the criteria? So the children, they themselves, they examined their work, and then they found that it can be better. So they again worked on it. Then again they came to him asking his approval, that now see it and tell us, what do you think about it? So he again told them, I don't know. And he again told them that, see, I have given you the criteria, I have given you the instructions. Now you go back, think about it. If you are happy with it, it's okay. But if you are not, you see the criteria and then decide yourselves. So again they went back. Again they kind of had an inspection. And then they didn't come back to the teacher. So now it was teacher's turn to go and look for them, like what they are doing. So he went there, and then he started observing what they are doing. And then he asked them that, are you finished? So they said yes. So then he said that, why didn't you come to me when you were ready? So they said, now we know that whatever we have done is good. It cannot be better than this. So we don't need your appreciation, or we don't need your approval anymore. So this is a kind of example for the self-approval, self-assessment, and self-motivation. So why when we asked him that, when you did this, what was your thinking behind? So he said, yes, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to tell them that whenever you become adults, it's not always that somebody is there to approve your work. So it's you who need to think about what you are doing, whether you are doing your job correctly, what can be done better. So you are going to judge yourself, you are going to assess yourself, and then you will learn out of it. So the self assessment and self learning will lead to the self approval and the appreciation as well. So you don't depend on anybody. Now why it is needed in Finland, that will also I tell you. Because if you think about the population, the Finnish population is very, very small, just 5.5 million people. And in that, if people keep on waiting for approvals from seniors, are they going to produce something better? Because if they keep on waiting, then it's very less likely that they will get the appreciation or the approval the very moment they want it. It's not possible, because one person has to do so much of work here that it is not possible that somebody is always there as your boss or your supervisor who will guide you. There is another reason here, is that they have the military training as a compulsory part. So especially for the boys, it is compulsory that they go for the military training, and or they can also choose the social service, but they have to do something. And in that, if they are, let's say, in a forest, they are protecting the forest, and it is possible that in 10 kilometers circumference there is only a single soldier who is taking care of the forest. So if he hears something, if he doubts something, then he has to take the decision himself. He cannot wait to call somebody, then ask them what to do, and then wait for their orders, and then take the decision and then do something. So that's why it is an important thing here that you take your decisions. Being capable of self-learning, being capable of self-approval, and being capable of self-appreciation. So appreciating others is always very good, has to be there, because it's a matter of gratitude, because that person is making your moments beautiful. So that's why we are always grateful to the artists, the singers, the painters, the dancers, who make our moments beautiful, who make our lives beautiful. And we are thankful to the creator, who has created the flowers, the sun, the moon, the stars, the days, the nights, because it all makes our life beautiful. So that's why it is important that we are grateful to others, and we appreciate their creativity, but at the same time it is important that we are grateful to ourselves, we appreciate ourselves. So Mayura, would you like to say something on this, your experiences, and what do you think about this incidents that I narrated?
Not exactly anything right now,
Okay.
but yeah, like I agree. What are you saying?
Yeah. Ulud, would you like to say something?
The same. I really agree with everything that you said, especially when educator he have to teaches his kids, his students, taking the responsibility of the decision. So these students should reach to a level where they should know what is right, what is wrong, for them to take a right decision. So taking the responsibility of self-learning is really crucial for his career, for his decisions, life-making decisions. So yes, I agree for everything that you said. It's a must. It's a mandatory that I think that it should be taught in schools.
Mhm. Can you tell me about, in general, the culture of appreciation in Saudi Arabia? Like how it is there? Like, is it people, do they easily appreciate others, or how it goes?
No, as I said, appreciation could be in so many ways, and the smallest thing is a tap at your back, and the biggest thing is a rewarding. No, I always say this to my staff. For example, in Saudi Arabia, we teach kids, you do something good, you feel good. So they should feel the appreciation from within. If they have this feeling,
Yes.
they will not wait for others to appreciate them. Yes, we do appreciate, we use it in so many ways, but we're not really depending on that. The student doesn't wait for a teacher to appreciate him for every single thing that he did.
Yeah.
The staff in an organization or an institute doesn't wait for his boss to appreciate him for everything that he did. If he does something good, so he can feel good. End of story. But from time to time, yes, we should appreciate. We should pinpoint on a thing that he did. If you think out of the box, we should. And we have it in so many ways. Actually, yes, in Saudi Arabia, they do appreciate in very nice ways.
Mhm. So culturally, also it is valued there.
It is valued. Yes, it is a must actually.
Mhm.
In all organizations. So either it was in educational institutes or business institutes or whatsoever.
Mhm. Yeah, Mayura, would you like to tell about your experiences in this case, like receiving the appreciation and appreciating others? You can tell about your
Yeah,
experiences.
appreciating, I think appreciating others is something that I love to follow. So, one example I would love to give that, like, I myself running the company called Ria. So, here we try to keep the culture uh, happy workspace that we call. And I
Okay.
also know one more company called Rapid Circle. So, they also maintain the happy workplace. So, how do they do that? Why people are so self motivated to work with them? They come on Saturday, Sunday on their own if required. Obviously, they don't encourage that,
Yeah.
But why are they ready? How? Why that place is happy workplace? Why
Mm,
it is tagged like that? Because they appreciate. So the contribution that you are doing to organization, they appreciate in all possible way,
mm,
and that's how they are connected. That's how they're bonded with each other. So that interaction, appreciating all small things, that motivate them.
mm,
But equally I agree your point as well. So as a human being, you should consider on your end, even though no one is appreciating you, but you are loving what you're doing, then you should keep it doing. you
mm,
you, you should consider that people might not appreciate you, but if you like whatever you are doing, you should go ahead with it. And we should follow this, because I just loved what you said, that they make our moments beautiful.
mm.
So if
Yes.
you're running an organization, somebody is working for you, they're contributing to your dream. You can live
Exactly.
your dream because of them. So, they are making your moments beautiful. They are living your dream. You can achieve your dream because of them. So while
Mm,
running an organization, that's your passion, that's your baby, but everybody is having a contributing hand to it. So
yes.
we must be grateful to them. We should respect them. We should appreciate them, is what I think in
Yes.
organization.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Very well said. Mm.
So
So I think now we can conclude this session. Mm, that on these all these positive notes, that we need to appreciate uh, the person whoever is there, working for us, working with us, and who, like for example, our parents or our family or anybody else who is also creating something. So the appreciation is for the creativity matters a lot, especially when the kids are young. So at that
yes.
time, if they receive the appreciation, then they are more motivated. Then they form a positive self-image, and it will lead them to a very good path in their life. So, and I think in this era where everybody is in a very competitive mood, so everybody wants to go ahead of somebody else, or just want to achieve something more, and it might be money, it might be fame, or anything else. So they are just running behind the things, and so the the rate of depression is also going quite high. The emptiness in people's mind is also
Hmm.
growing day by day, because we see that people are very active on social media, but in their actual life they are not doing anything great, or they are not happy with their life. So
Yes.
it kind of, these things kind of, creating a false picture of a happy society. All this social media is creating this kind of picture. People are in like people have like 5,000 friends on Facebook, but they don't
Hmm.
have even couple of friends with whom they can share their ideas, they can share their inner self. So it's it's not going to work like this. So if we want the people not to be empty, then we should start appreciating whatever small things they are doing, whatever small efforts they are taking, and whatever small things they are building. We can also see that there is a lot of high rate of suicides among teenagers
Hmm.
and among young people, like even they are below 40s. So it's the highest in between like 13 to 35. It's quite high. So why it is increasing so much? Because people have, like, they have stopped creating anything because of social media. People just now they want to react to anything whatever is happening. They want to react, and if they post their photographs or they post something, they want to get the likes and the comments and the shares, and they are very
Yes.
keen on that. They are very keen on that. And if they don't receive it, they get crazy that why I'm not receiving it. I remember a couple of my friends, they used to call me and tell me that I put my picture, now please go and like it or put your comment on that. Now, this is not going to help them in growing as a human being in any way. And it has been seen in the teen ages more and more, because they start entering the social media once they are like 13 and above, and then they get trapped into this game of false appreciation, because whatever there you get, it is not that everybody is really liking you. They just do it,
Yes.
kind of a ritual, that my friend has put something, has posted something, so I will go and like it. So, but this is not going to help. We have to make them realize, whoever is with us within our sphere of circle, we have to make them realize that what is good appreciation, what is the true appreciation, and what is a false appreciation. That is also, I guess, a very important topic, which when we are brainstorming about appreciation of creativity. So, what is the true appreciation and what is the false appreciation? So we need to understand that what is good and how it can be shown, how it can be inculcated in the minds of the kids, and how to keep them away from the false appreciation and this need of appreciation, which might lead them to depression in somewhere. Some might be, I mean, it's not the rule that they will, but might lead them. So so I guess that's all from my side. If you want to make a concluding remark, both of you, you are welcome to do it. Any concluding remark from you, Mayura?
Yeah, I agree. Whatever you said. And it was nice session that discussing on appreciation and three girls are talking to each other. That was indeed a very good gesture.
Okay. Yes, Kulud?
I would like you to repeat 2 points because I was writing.
Sure.
The difference between the true appreciation and the false appreciation. Do you mean by, for example, the false appreciation, like the example that you gave? One of your friends called you and said, "Please try." So, okay. Uh, well, yes, I believe the obsession of this false appreciation, it's a really controversial issue, which, as you said, it leads to a depression. So these kind of people, they don't have this self-acceptance from within. So they should have their high self-esteem first in order to live a normal life.
Yes.
The true appreciation is, I believe, the true appreciation is someone else appreciate you without you saying hi to them. See, this is me, I did this, following them. It
Yes.
comes from behind, from nowhere.
Yes.
So yeah, yeah, it is really good what you said, and I pinpoint all the things that you said, but uh, people should really be more aware of these kind of appreciation, and not to lead into this false appreciation, because this false appreciation, I could see it everywhere. The
Yes.
obsession of the social media, which I once myself got addicted to it, and then I started to delete some of the applications. I deleted my Snapchat. I because I was too hooked on what people would say about me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm over it now. Alhamdulillah. And yes, and it comes with practice, I believe.
Yes.
You should be confident of yourself, no matter who is watching you or who is liking you, or you just don't give a care. It's about you and yourself. Put yourself number one priority, and then others come. They will appreciate, or if they didn't appreciate, it's up to them. Just have this uh, self belief within yourself. Be confident, be brave, and live life normally.
Good. Yeah. So thanks Kulud, and thanks Mayura
Welcome.
for joining this wonderful session, and you made it wonderful. So I really appreciate your contribution here. And it's, if you understand, it's also kind of a process of self revelation and self understanding, that whenever we talk about such things. So I really appreciate Kulud that you shared your experience, your personal experience with us. So thank you again for joining in. And we conduct these kind of brainstorming sessions every month. So
Okay.
stay tuned. And I generally what I do is that I post it on one either a day before or just on the day when we are having this, because if we get lots of registrations, then it is not possible to accommodate everybody in the session. So that's why I don't put it too much early enough.
Okay.
So, but you stay tuned and keep on following the CC page, and then so that you will come to know about such activities. In future, we are planning to create Facebook events of these brainstorming sessions, so that people can register there easily and they get
Okay.
information there. Now, up till now, we were just sharing it with some of our members who are CC members. So we were only having it for them, but now we have decided that we will wait for them until 3 days prior to the session. So if they don't register in enough numbers, then we'll also open it for everybody else.
Right.
So please be tuned, and you are welcome to join our workshops, our seminars, our conferences, our symposium, whatever is happening here in Finland
Yes.
as well as in other parts of the globe. So thanks once again for joining,
Yes.
and bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you, and it's really been nice and fruitful session.
Thank you.
Include.
Welcome.
Bye bye.
Uh,
Yes,
yes.
Mayura.
Yeah. Share your email ID so I
I
I
will.
can get in touch with you.
Where should I share it? Because it's the
You can share it here in the chat
in
window.
chat. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you,
bye
Khulud.
bye. Bye
Let's
bye.
be in touch.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Bye.
Shireen. Bye.
See you.